Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on a Monday so we could catch up on the Happily Ever After Tell All No Limits. What's good?
What's good? I was actually having this conversation with someone today, and I feel like this was the best part one of a tell-all in a while. Right? I feel like I am worried that they might have put too much out too fast because now I'm like, do I even need to watch the other three, episodes? I felt like this was really good. It answered a lot of questions that I had. And so I'm not really looking forward to the Brandon and Julia and Georgie and Darcy. Like I could care less about that shit. I feel like they put everything out first.
Yeah.
When you go to okay, so I went to this concert a long time ago. It was Jordan Sparks, and she had an album called Battlefield, and she went on tour, and the tour was called Battlefield. And the very first song she sang on the show, I wasn't even in there, right? I was outside, I was getting a drink, and she sang Battlefield like the very first, and I feel like that's what they did. They started it with the strongest part, so now the rest of the show is just boring for me.
Yeah, like a musician has like a one hit wonder plays their best song first and there's nothing else.
Yeah, and I was so pissed. I was out getting a drink and I could hear her singing it, and I was like, I know this bitch is not singing Battlefield. That's the name of the tour. Why would you come out? That's the last song. Like, so yeah, I feel like they did that. They gave us everything that we wanted in part one, and I think that wasn't smart.
Yeah, I feel like the way they edited it was almost like the best of tell all they put all in episode one. Like the
So what's up with the Tiger Lily thing? Because I know we were having back and forth, and you thought that they probably were part of it on TV screens, but
No,
based on
no, you were 100% confident. I said, I'm gonna reduce my comments to 95. I'm gonna reduce it 5% to 95%.
yeah, I was very confident. I knew that they were not there.
Hmm.
But I wanted to see how it ended up though, because this is also a good time to test your sources, right? Like you think you have the best source, and
Yeah.
then this is where you put it to the test. So I was looking to see if there was like any weird shapes or things missing. Maybe they edited out a TV screen, but it doesn't look like they were ever there in any shape or form.
Oh, so you're saying they weren't even on the TV screen that they edited out.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah,
That
maybe I need to go back. Maybe I need to go back to my source because
Well,
yeah.
when they did the pan out, did you see where they could have edited out a TV screen or anything? Because I like zoomed in and I paused it, and I was like, well, look in between the couches. Look, you have to pay attention. And I really didn't see where they could have been.
I mean, with AI these days, you could edit out a TV screen though, right?
Well, you could, but there might be because where the TV screen would be, there would be a little more room between the couches because that would be. So I was looking for like spacing and everything, and I
Well,
was
I'll have to go back and look myself. I didn't really look like that hard, but all I know and all I had understood from my source was the TV screen is like I don't know, I don't remember on which end, but it was like next, it was in one of the far ends, one of the two sides. So,
Well, let's Gina, hi, Gina.
Gosh, hi.
Can you go grab us a screenshot so we can see it later in the show? We can put it in Patreon. I want to see like a panned out shot so we can see if we can point out a TV screen. I'm like curious now.
true. And then, by the way, I wanted, as far as like, I tweeted a bunch last night or whatever. There was one thing I didn't tweet about, and I actually want to bring that up first, almost only because I didn't tweet about it. That means like if I don't bring it up, then I'll forget about it because I didn't tweet about it. So I'm not saying it's the most important thing. But what did you think when like Jasmine said it was like her wedding ring and shit? She like melted it down and made like earrings from Maddie. Like, what did you think about that part?
I mean, I found it to be extremely disrespectful.
Hmm.
Like that was your husband and you cheated on him and you had a baby with another man, and then to put the icing on the disrespectful cake, the baby is now walking around with the wedding bands from your first husband, not first husband. I forget she's a whore. Not first husband, but from the other husband, and she's wearing those as earrings. And her level of disrespect never seems to amaze me. Like it's crazy how disrespectful that is to me because even I want to say somebody on the panel might have been Carr. They're like, you didn't think maybe to give those back to him?
Yeah, Cara said, "Well, you couldn't give those back or something."
Well, right. Like it never crossed your mind, like, hey, our relationship didn't work out. These rings were based on that relationship. It didn't, like, it just shows her level of like no human decency. Cause
Yeah,
she's like, oh yeah, he bought these rings for this. So I'm just gonna give it to this baby that I had out of wedlock with a guy that I cheated on him with. Like it's just but she doesn't see it that way. She just sees it as she can
yeah.
do whatever she wants because she's never under any scrutiny or any criticism. She's just free to move about the cabin, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, especially like since she's the one that's having the affair or whatever, she's the one that should return the ring.
well, right. The wedding or the marriage didn't work out because obviously you had a baby with somebody else. That's when he supposedly she said that's when they stopped trying. She was like, "Oh, I've been trying to fix this relationship this whole time," which I think is bullshit. But she officially stopped trying when she got pregnant by somebody else. So you're the reason why the relationship ended. So if you go to Judge Judy, she would tell you you got to give the rings back
Hmm.
because the marriage could not go on as you wanted it to because you went and slept with somebody else. So you're the deciding party of the relationship ending.
Yeah, like and like speaking of Cara, let's talk about her. Like I mean, obviously we're Cara fans before last night's episode, but to see her last night, I was just like, I wish I had my popcorn because like she was like on full tilt, like with her little jabs and little snide comments and at the expense of Jasmine, and I was loving it. And I just want to say thank you, Cara, for that amazing performance. And I know like the haters and the Jasmine fans, they want to call her like a pick me. And my response was, you can't call her a pick me because I already choose her. Oh.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I mean, I did find it very refreshing to see a woman taking the side of logic. Because, a lot of times women will take the side of other women just, because women are um by nature supportive of each other. Right. And I liked how she just called out what was real.
Yeah, like balls and strikes and stuff.
Well, right, because she even said it. One of the comments, she's like, "Oh, you know how bitches are," and I
Hmm.
was like, "Whoa, whoa!" But I was like, "It is what it is." A lot of times women, it just happens all the time. Women will take the side. They're like, "Oh, they'll take." There's memes and reels about it where the best friend is like, is this okay? I slashed his tires. And they're like, yeah, that's okay, girl. He should have never did that to you. And it's like, no, that's not okay. You shouldn't have did that. But women will always take the side of another woman. So I like it was just logical for me because she was just like, well, no, I'm gonna take the side of what's right and what's wrong. And she's wrong in this situation. And it just made me love her even more. And I also saw people online saying, oh, she's not a girl's girl. And I was like, oh, so because she has her own opinion and it
Hmm.
varies from the opinion of other women that makes her not a girl's girl. I don't think that that's a fair statement either.
Yeah, and then people were all trying to like theorize like, oh, like what made her on what being on certain teams or whatever. And then they're like, oh, is it because she's like tight with the 90-day bad boys who are like Team Gino? What do you think of that?
Don't think it has anything to do with that, right? I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think that she was just logical,
Yeah.
right? And none of the other women were logical. This is gonna sound mean, but they were we're sticking with Jasmine because she's another woman and we're women and we're gonna stick together, which is fine. I'm not against that, but I think at the end of the day, you have to tell people when they're right and tell people when they're wrong and support them, in either direction. Like I tell my best friends all the time when they do something stupid, I'm like, that was stupid. You shouldn't have did that. I'm gonna support you, but I'm just telling you that was stupid. We never would be in this predicament if you wouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did it. And I think that Kara showed that you can be you don't have to be on either side. You can just be on the side of logic. And
Mm.
I'm just feeling that on her. But I've always liked her. I've always despised anybody who said anything bad about her. And I know we're gonna get into the cheating thing on one of the upcoming ones where he's gonna try to I mean the way it was edited is making it seem like he's gonna try to call her a cheater or call her out as a cheater on the tell all or whatever. So, but you know how they edit things. It might not be the case, but that's kind of what it was looking like.
Yeah, and then and then apparently like on her social media, like on her Instagram, in the comment section of her Instagram was when people were like talking shit about her or something.
Wait, I didn't see that. Were people coming for him? I mean,
typical asshole Jasmine fans, probably.
Oh, yeah, the Jasmine bots were probably going to be upset. Anybody that has anything to say a negative about Jasmine, she has these bots that come for you. And,
Mhm.
and I had a few on Twitter last night, actually. I said something and they were like, oh, so I said, I don't remember what I said, but the response was, "Oh, so Gino is a good person, and Gino's a good husband, and da, 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 he's a horrible guy." And I was like, I never said he was perfect. I was like, at the end of the day, if you listen to anything I've ever said about this relationship, is I think that they're both wrong and they're both morons, and they both are contributing to the delinquency of their relationship. I think that they both have a part in it, but I'm not gonna just say that she's a victim because to be a victim you have to have things happen to you beyond your control. And everything that happened to Jasmine, she had control in it.
True. And then we had Dana come on with Michelle, and I know Dana's all like on cloud nine because he gets more of like his 15 minutes of fame, or not even, but and then he was like, "You have a bombshell I'm gonna drop," and like, what was the big bombshell? What that Gino like shortly after they were married, he wasn't feeling the marriage, like that was the big bombshell. I don't know. Yeah, so I can't stand Dana and Michelle. They're just a waste of space.
Well, the way that he got in Gino's face
Mhm.
really bothered me, right? Like, cause that's his family, that's blood, right? Like that's family. And in an Italian family, I'm pretty sure Gino is Italian. It's very strange for you to turn on your family like that. Like loyalty is a huge thing in that culture. So the
Mhm.
way he turned on Gino, got in his face, literally act like he was gonna hit him, I was like, it just really rubbed me the wrong way. Cause I was like, if this happened to me, somebody is gonna leave on a stretcher. Like I'm just gonna be real. Like you're not gonna disrespect me like that. And then he got up on his face and he's like, "You make it so easy for me to not like you."
Mhm.
And I was like, "That's your family. So you hate your nephew."
You know, yeah, he's an asshole. I remember like in my DMs, he even like did the tough guy act in my DMs or whatever before.
Well, he's lucky he found the right one because I wish he would have. Like it's
You know what my response was though, and it wasn't like bullshit. I was like, "Well, I'm friends with like Henry Hill and his family, right?" And that's like the dude, the Goodfellas mob.
The Goodfellas. My favorite movie of all time is Goodfellas and Casino. Oh, yeah, I love mob movies.
I quickly reminded him, I'm like, "Well, I'm friends with Henry Hill, even though he passed away, but I'm friends with his family, so don't talk shit about me, motherfucker."
yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta tell people, watch your mouth. And I'm not the one. Like Gino might be the one, right? I'm not the one. Don't get it twisted. Don't talk to me the way that you would talk to other people because you might lose a tooth. I don't know how much you value them teeth, but I'm just letting you know if you want to keep them all, watch what you say.
Yeah, if somebody can manage to go to a strip club with the PR guy at the strip club, you don't want to fuck with that guy.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't.
Anyway, okay, and then I'm trying to remember. Okay, so then and then Natalie came on, and I thought Natalie did a good job, but I heard like some of whatever she said obviously was cut down, so I feel like it wasn't her full speech to Jasmine, but I like that she called Jasmine out, put her on her place, and Jasmine kind of like tried to run away like a little scared pussy.
Yeah,
Like
Jasmine.
a chihuahua that she is.
Her pattern last night was anytime somebody hold her to any type of accountability, she's like, I'm not doing this. I'm
Mhm.
not doing this. And I was like, oh, so anytime somebody calls you out for being a lying, cheating, scamming green card whore, you're not doing this. But
Mhm.
anytime somebody wants to be on your side, they can speak as long as they want. I was like, okay, narcissist. All right, cool.
I
Like,
feel, I feel like her not like you were saying, like I'm not doing this, and she walks away. I feel like that's an example of like the new super egotistical Jasmine, where it's like I'm a big star now, so I'm not even gonna like I'm too big for this. I'm not doing this no more. I'm walking away. But the old school Jasmine, who was more of like the show pony, ready to earn her first paycheck, she was all about the fights and the tell all. But now she's like a big star, and they pamper her. So now when somebody tries to come at her neck, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. I'm walking away."
well, she's under the impression that she's Mariah. And
Mhm.
I was like, I tweeted out last night, I was like, I really hope Natalie is waiting out in one of the back alleys and she catches Jasmine outside. Cause she definitely owes Jasmine because Jasmine put her hands on her. So I was like, catch me outside. How about that? Since you don't want to do this right now that there's security, let's do this later.
Mhm.
Right? Let's do it like because you always big and bad and ready to fight when there's a bunch of security guards waiting to protect you. But all right, catch me outside in the alley. and we'll handle this like New Yorkers. You know, like we're like New Yorkers. We'll take care of this. We ain't got to do it in here. You're right. We really don't. But when I catch your ass outside, meet me with the same energy.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
And then were you surprised at like Natalie's age?
Yes. Oh my God. She looks like she's 40.
Yeah, she looks really good. I was surprised that she was 53, and it made me even more angry that Jasmine put her hands on her because that's somebody that could be someone's grandmother. Jelly definitely could be someone's mother. Like she don't look it, but like you respect your elders. Remember, Michael was like, you gotta respect your elders. Like you can't be putting your hands on a 53-year-old woman, like that. So it made me even more mad. But I gotta say that Natalie looks better than like 60% of the 90 Day women like on the show that are not even her age. Like Natalie's hot. Like that's crazy.
And just for the record, like a lot of times people may look good on TV and not look good in person, or they may look good in person and not look good on TV. I can speak on firsthand knowledge, like, because I actually met Natalie in person, and like she's very attractive, like in person as well. So it's not like it's not a television trick, just so y'all know.
Oh, okay. Is she short? She looks really short to me.
Yeah,
Is she
she is
like,
like super. She's super short. Yes.
yeah, I got that vibe. I was like, she looks really tiny. Like 5'4" tiny, like really small.
Yeah, height wise, she's very small. Like she's not like a stick or whatever, but she's just short.
Yeah, I got the tiny, like little short vibe from her. Which you gotta watch out for those. The short ones will smack the shit out of you. You gotta watch out for that. Just because they're small don't mean they're weak.
Yeah, so it was good to see her. I assume we'll probably run into her on the single life whenever that comes out.
Well, yeah, because when I found out that they were still together or still, talking, I was like, well, how is he gonna do the single life if he's not single? So yeah, I'm assuming that they're gonna follow along that relationship on the single life to some extent. Because he can't be on a single life, and not be single. So I'm assuming, kind of like how Ed did with Liz. He started out with that girl Coyote and then ended up with Liz, but he was with Liz the whole time. But
Mm,
they had to work it into the storyline to make it seem like he was dating around. So they're probably gonna do the same thing with Gino.
true. Now let me look at my tweets or whatever from last night to see what I tweeted. Um, well, it's funny when Kara, this is a Captain Picard thing, when Kara was like, so this was to Jasmine where she was like, so a piece of shit floating in the toilet was the reason you cheated on your husband.
Oh yeah, she was like, when I got here, he didn't even flush the toilet, and he was like, so that was the nail. What was it, the straw that broke the camel's back? It was so you went and banged the first dude you saw at the gym because he didn't flush the freaking toilet. It's crazy because that's how stupid she sounds. So I love that he pointed it out because he was like,
Oh,
you gotta hear how stupid that sounds, right?
yeah, I'm jumping around. And then what'd you think when like Jasmine was like, yeah, I got knocked up because like we were fucking in the shower and then the condom broke in the shower because of the friction. And I was like, what'd you think of
I'm not a scientist by any means, but I'm pretty sure that that's not a thing. I don't think friction from like first of all, what does she mean friction from what? The shower like spray head? Like where's the friction she's referring to? Like I was
that?
confused.
I chat GPT'd that actually.
Okay, I want to hear it because I don't think that that's a thing.
Hold on, let me see if let me see. I'm trying to remember if I put it in my, give me a second. Okay, so this is from ChatGPT, I think. I was like, using condoms in the shower isn't recommended. Water, especially warm or soapy water, can make them more likely to slip off or break because it washes away natural or water-based lubricants and adds friction.
Oh wait, she was right. Ugh, that's annoying. So that's
She
Well,
probably Googled it
well,
or chat GPT'd it and to find a reason.
it's like no, but it's something that well, I hope anyway. I feel like it should be common. No, if it's news to you, I don't know, but like I feel like it should be common knowledge that you shouldn't be the rubbers in the shower is like a dumb mix.
why
Oh
because
yeah.
well because they can slip off. Well, okay, yeah, I get that part, but she said that they popped.
Well, yeah, like well, the according to ChatGPT because it like gets rid of the like natural lubes and stuff, and it adds friction. I don't know.
Friction.
But anyway, no,
Yeah,
but I feel like that's a well-known fact that that it's not. It's like that yeah, that it's a disaster either way. Like whether to do it to use condoms in the shower just sounds stupid.
Oh, I mean, whatever. She's still pregnant by her sneaky link, so she's not the brightest. You know,
Yeah.
like the only rule that Gino came up with was wear protection, and that meant basically don't get pregnant. And she broke the only rule that they
Mhm.
decided to make. So she's the violator of the rules because she's like, oh, well, Gino violated the rules. And I was like, you were pregnant. Like, if
Mhm.
anybody violated the rules, it was you. That was the only freaking rule.
True. Sorry, I'm going through some of my tweets. I said, let's see, what did I say? Oh, this is when, oh, and then we didn't even talk about that like most gross scene where Jasmine takes like her dirty underwear and pours it, rubs it all over Gino's like luggage and then pours a drink in her luggage. So then my tweet said, Jasmine is so gross. You all TLC viewers kiss her ass, and here she is rubbing her dirty undies all over Gino's belongings. What a grody bitch.
Yeah, that was really, I don't know, slimy, greasy, nasty,
Mhm.
disgusting, classless. Like I couldn't, I could just go on with every adjective out there to just describe trash. She's trash, right? Like to do that is trashy. And it's like to pour stuff in his luggage and then rub your nasty underwear on his luggage. It's like how barbaric and disgusting and unhinged. And it just shows her level of classlessness. I mean, we knew she was classless. We already knew that. But like she's already established a new level of classlessness.
Mhm.
Like she's like, well, you thought I wasn't classy. You now you can see how trashy that I really am. Because it's like you showed up here with your baby daddy and your boyfriend, and you're still mad at your ex-husband that
Mhm.
brought you here, that spent $80,000 on you, who was paying your rent, who was buying your weave, who paid for half your ass, and you still mad at him. I was like, you should be hugging him because if it wasn't for him, you would still look like that braces wearing bitch in that photo that keeps floating around. Like, thanks to Gino, you look like this. You should be thanking him.
Yeah, no, it showed her like level of depravity and yeah, like you said, barbaricness. And like also I thought it was funny because like I mean, we're on the right side of history when it comes to her, but like all the dumb fucks, no offense, but like that we see her being like trying to be like a mommy influencer, and they're like, oh my God, her and her cute baby. So she's like an innocent angel now. She doesn't have, she's washed away her bad sides. And then you see her literally on this new tell-all, doing this grody ass behavior like a biohazard. And it's almost like I don't even know how else to explain it, but like, yeah, like shows out her true nature.
Yeah, you can take the, what do they call it? You can take the hoe out of the, damn, I don't remember what they say. But basically, no matter how much money or where how nice their clothes are, you can't take the trash out of trash, right? She's always gonna be Jasmine. No matter how much money she got, what neighborhood she live in, she's still gonna be Jasmine at the end of the day.
Yeah, so ladies, I know you're all like, support your woman's style type shit, but you could take her off the pedestal a little bit because she's kind of gross. Let's be real.
I mean, I put out there, I was like, anybody that still supports her after tonight, I was
Mhm.
like, go ahead and self-deport yourself. Like after that, like for real, like go ahead and just leave. Like we don't even want you here because this is ridiculous. Like if you see the way that she acted and behaved tonight and you still are on her side, like go ahead and just remove yourself
Yeah,
from.
and like I was not arguing, but I was in the comment section, my comment section, and because some woman was like making light of the whole Jasmine thing. And then, or like, yeah, they're like, yeah, he probably liked it that she rubbed her underwear on the shit. And then I was like, yeah, well, would you still be this? I basically said like, okay, well, if with Gino took his skid mark filled underwear and rubbed it all over Jasmine's belongings, would you still be making like snide jokes about it, or would you think Gino would be a gross asshole in that situation?
Why would he like that? He despises her. Like, why would he like that? Like, why can't people get okay? So I was watching Reels the other day, and some girl, it was probably staged, but some girl walked up to some guy and was like, hey, do you want to hook up or have sex, whatever? And the guy was like, no. And then all the women in the comments were like, oh, he has to be gay. If a guy doesn't want to be intimate with a woman, he has to be gay. I was like, why can't he just not be interested?
Hmm.
Why did the woman be like, oh well, Gino probably liked it because she's pretty? Maybe he no, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't like it because he despises this bitch and he doesn't want anything to do with her. Like, why do women think that men are just always interested in having sex with a woman, no matter how vile or stupid or evil or terrible the woman is, as long as she's pretty and a woman, he's supposed to be interested. Like, why is that a thing?
Hmm. I don't know. Let me see what other. Oh, and then like obviously, I'm changing up. I'm going through my tweets, but like obviously like TLC or whatever Sharp, they love like what's it called? Like they'll regurgitate memes. So like where they had Gino looking through the glass, and then I made a meme of it of like Gino with the same Big Ed energy when Big Ed was looking through the glass window. So there's that meme that went viral on some people's pages.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff that went viral from the tell all. I've been
Mhm.
on Twitter and I keep seeing Captain had a lot of good tweets, by the way. I don't know if you were following Captain's tweets. She had a
Mhm.
lot of tweets from the tell all that were really good as well. So I had a bunch too, a lot of them got a lot of traction. I think a lot of people feel the same way as I do.
Mhm.
Jasmine, I had a lot of I hate Jasmine tweets last night. So, and a lot of them went pretty viral. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm happy that people finally are seeing the light.
Mhm.
End of the tunnel is finally coming through.
True. And then we were waiting to see like how Sean Robinson would announce that Tiger Lily and Adnan weren't on. So I know you're aware because you saw my tweet, and you saw the show. But anyway, like yeah, so they did an audio drop like recorded after the fact, and then they dropped it in where Sean Robinson says, quote, one couple who will not be featured on the tell-all is Tiger Lily and Adnan, and they just like spiced in the audio, so it was very like obvious.
Yeah, yeah, because they obviously we didn't see her mouth moving because she didn't actually record it in the studio.
Yeah.
And one of my awesome followers pointed out to me, they were like, "Did you notice that she didn't say because usually she
Mhm.
says we wish them both the best or something along the line. She
Yeah.
didn't say that.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up as well. Yeah, it's like normally it's like we wish them best on their journey or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, that's what they usually say, even though they don't mean that. But she didn't even say that. And I was like, so that shows that, this is a sour separation
Mhm.
between them because they didn't even say, we wish them all the best. We hope their relationship is good. She was just like, they ain't here. And I was like, oh, dang, is it like that? She was just like, they ain't here. Don't ask me nothing else. And I was like, oh, so yeah, you can tell that things are definitely not
Mhm.
all peachy and clean like she was trying to sell to you.
Mhm. Be funny is like if Suki ever comes back as like the tell-all host, it'd be funny if Suki goes like this. One host who will not be featured on the tell-all is John Robinson.
Oh yeah, but do it as an
Love
audio
that.
drop. Yeah. They're like, but we wish her all the best on her journey. I would love that. That would be hilarious. But
If
I
Suki,
I want to say though that Sean was pretty. She was okay last night. She was okay.
but by the way, like I'm just like spitballing or whatever, but like it would probably be like a train wreck, but like why don't and they probably wouldn't want to do it, but like because they're too like control freaks or whatever, but like it would be cool shit if they did like a special like live tell all like bonanza. It doesn't have to be a bonanza, but just a live tell all where obviously they that way when the cast acts up, they can't really like do anything about it because it's like live. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, see, I love watching shows that are live. I just don't know how that would work because the cussing.
Well,
Because
like no, but
people
in live sports, when there's like cussing in the sidelines, it's like on a tape delay of like 10 seconds. So when they bleep, they'll bleep it with like a tape delay.
Well, yeah, like on radio, you got the delay, but
Mhm.
sometimes people get a little out of pocket, and it's hard to control a live situation, like the way that Jasmine runs off the stage, and I don't know if they'll be able to handle all of the elements of the live show because they got all these different people, all these different pieces.
Especially, yeah, especially when you have like an NPC of a host in Shauna Robinson, like she needs to be like spoon fed, like everything she's doing in an earpiece.
Well, right.
The only way it would work is like if I mean, again, I know I always hark back and I don't even listen to the show anymore, but like a Howard, like on the Howard Stern show, he's a good like live host, but you need like a host who like it's on the fly, he's able to like control the room very well.
Yeah, it's a talent, it's a skill. Not everybody has that. You know,
Mhm.
it's a show must go on skill, and I think I can see who has it, and I've had to test it out many times. Oh my God, I still remember the first time we ever switched to Zoom. You remember
Mhm.
that? And I that was that you tested me that day to I was like, oh, I am getting
You're good. Yeah,
I it was so difficult. I really was trying like so hard to stay professional, but that was crazy. So yeah, I don't know if Sean has it. I've never seen her do anything live. You know,
Mhm.
I think that it takes a special talent, a special host that'll be able to handle it because you have to control the cast. When you're the live host, you have to control people, put them in their place. Like, be like, sit your ass down, stop getting up. Like you have to control people, and I don't think Sean got that in her.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's still it would be fun, but yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it'd be kind of obnoxious too. Like Jasmine like storms off and she's like gone for like 15 minutes, and you're like your star of the show was like gone for 20 minutes, and it kind of like ruins it. But
Yeah, that's why you got to have a host that's gonna put people in their place.
Mhm.
But yeah, that would be fun and interesting. TLC, if you're listening, if you want to spice things up, try just try it once. You only gotta try it once. Know what they say. You don't knock it till you try it. See how it goes, and if it works out, that might be the direction of where the show can go to. You can raise the ratings again and people get people interested in it again.
Mhm. True. So let's see. There was that tweet. Oh, and then I thought I had a funny tweet where like the bartender in the house looked like Jamie Foxx. There's a picture I posted with him and like Tara and Yar, and I said Jamie chilling with two foxes.
Wait, I didn't see that.
I posted it like, well, I posted it on Instagram this morning, and I posted it last night before I fell asleep. But I thought that was a funny, witty tweet.
All
Uh,
right, I'll have to go look. I didn't see that one.
True. Well, I think that was all my live tweets. All right, what haven't we talked about from the tell-all? Um, let's see what the live chat's saying.
Oh, we haven't talked about Darcy's cleavage.
Oh yeah, her like milk dud titties.
Yo, they're like humongous. And
Mhm.
they were so out because I was like, you might as well just not wear a shirt at all, Darcy. Jesus Christ. Like, they kind of looked like they were gonna explode. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like they were trying to
They
escape.
look like torpedoes and bombs.
True. And then I mean, like, as far as like a topic to talk about, like, while we mentioned things that happened in the show, I mean, in the house, like, overall, what did you think of like the house segments and stuff like?
I mean, I thought it was okay. I'm not huge on the house. I think they call it the tell-all mansion or whatever. I'm not huge on it. I don't think that it fits this show specifically, but
Mhm.
I did think that some of the conversations that happened were entertaining. Like Kara got to really show her true colors and how
Mhm.
she felt in the house, and we got a little.
Like, are you surprised? Like, are you surprised? You know what I was actually surprised by is like, because again, we loved Kara like snapping, like being, like quips and like, snapping a little bit of like Jasmine and stuff. And I was actually shocked that like Jasmine didn't turn to Kara directly and like snap back at her like, "Hey, shut the fuck up! Why are you like doing snide comments at my expense?" I'm surprised that Jasmine didn't like call it out and just gotta let it slide.
Well, my theory is Kara is a down ass girl. And I
Mhm.
think that Jasmine knows if she would have gotten Kara's face, Kara probably would have hit her. I
Mhm.
feel like Kara is probably one of those people that if you pop off at her, she will pop off at you back.
Mhm.
And I think Jasmine only wants to pop off with people that she knows aren't going to do anything because she's a chihuahua. She's all bark, no bite. So
Mhm.
I think that she's very specific on who she starts shit with
Mhm.
because she knows if you start shit with the wrong person, you might get smacked. And I think Kara, based on the way that she was popping off at the mouth in the house, she was like, I don't know who you think you is, but if you say something crazy to me, I'll say something crazy to you back. And I think
Mhm,
that Jasmine looked at it as I'm not gonna start anything with her because she probably will finish it.
mhm.
And I don't know how close security was during filming because Jasmine, she got a lot of courage when security's directly on side of the cameraman. But
Mhm.
if they're like 10 feet away, Jasmine is just like, I'm gonna watch what I say because somebody has enough time to smack my ass, so she's gonna be a little more careful.
Yeah, and by the way, I just thought overall, and not to like keep harping on the same thing, but like I thought it was very poetic that like my Liz 2.0, which is Kara, is like not on Team Jasmine, and the reason we don't really fuck with Liz too much these days is because of Jasmine, but now we're Team Kara, who's now Team Gino, so it all goes full circle. So I thought that was very poetic.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, she made blood bad because of Jasmine.
Exactly, and now the person we supported ends up on the right team, so that's always nice.
That's nice. Yeah, she's on the right side of history, which is a good thing. Nobody wants to be caught on the wrong side of history.
Yeah, and then there's a couple like comments that I screenshotted like in my comment section, I guess. So there's one comment that said, "Kara has triggered a lot of delusional Jasmine stans, and it made me love her now." That was a comment from Caitlin. And then there's another comment from, well, her username is kind of confusing. So, anyways, this other commenter says, let's call her Mitchie. Mitchie says, "Oh my God, the amount of hate Cara is getting for not being Team Jasmine is so uncalled for. I went to show my support, and everyone is calling her a bully for calling out Jasmine's salacious behavior." And then yeah, I was trying to figure out like where were they talking shit about Kara, and it was on Kara's own page. But I thought I was worried that they were talking shit about Kara on like a blogger's page. So I anyway, so I was like, yeah, if you're following some bloggers talking shit about Kara, you better unfollow them. So that same commenter replied, and they said, "I strictly follow you, meaning me, for the most accurate tea, but the hate is on Kara's personal page. She's getting on so many hate comments after the tell-all." So yeah, so anyway, if you're on Team Kara like us, I already went on her page and I was like, no Kara hate will be tolerated. So yeah, go show Kara support on her page and then her comment section and show her love.
Oh, they're going after Kara. That sucks. I mean, it's crazy how the fact that she has her own opinion and it varies from the opinion. And again, I say this again, when women have an opinion that doesn't support the opinion of another woman, they want
Mhm,
to say that you're bullying or you're not a girl's girl or you don't respect women or you don't support women. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And
mhm,
the situation, and again, I say this, it's probably a billionth time I said this. If you can look at the situation with Jasmine and Gino and Matt and come across as Jasmine is the victim in this and she's the good person, go get
mhm,
your head examined. There's something wrong with your head. Nobody in that situation is right. Matt's
mhm.
not right. Jasmine's not right. Gino's not right. Dana's not right. Michelle's not right. Everybody is wrong. Okay. So, like, if you can come out of that situation that somebody's right and somebody's wrong, there's something wrong.
True. And I want to say, I don't know if I need to thank TLC or thank Sharp. I assume I need to thank Sharp, not TLC, but like, thank you for keeping in that scene where Jasmine was rubbing her grody ass dirty underwears all over Gino's belongings to show her true colors. And I'm glad they did not edit that out.
Yeah, and it's funny because she even said it. She was like, "You don't gotta film this if you want to edit this out or stop filming me." Can, and they filmed it anyway. And I was like, okay, the cameraman understood the assignment, and the
Mhm,
editor of the show understood the assignment. They were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave this in here. This is gonna give everybody, a different outlook on
mhm.
who this lady really is. I mean, not that we didn't know, I already knew, but apparently there's people out there that didn't know. So now people can really see the type of stuff that Gino was dealing with. When
Mhm.
cameras weren't around, this was the type of person that he was dealing with.
Yeah, like yeah, like I mean, think about this. Like that was on, like that was on camera. So like, let's say it's not on camera. So let's say Jasmine's your girlfriend or wife or whatever, and you have an argument, and like let's say you have an argument, a verbal argument, and then she gets all pissed off, and then she like literally like sticks a finger up her ass and like rubs like shit on your top lip. Like that's some shit she would do.
Oh, absolutely. She's probably think about how many times she's probably rubbed his toothbrush up her ass.
Yeah.
because that's right up her alley. That's the type of trash that she is.
Yeah, you're
And
right. Like that's the type of shit she would do. Like you'd have a fight with her, right? And you like go to sleep without resolving the fight. So she'll go and I'm just like allegedly, meaning I'm just like hypothetically, but she would go into like your bathroom, take like you said, like take the toothbrush and shove it up her ass, and then when you go brush your teeth, all of a sudden you're like brown gums and shit.
yeah, and like you said, shout out to the editing person who left it in. I was taking one for the team and giving everybody a narrative that is accurate and true, right? So that was a good job. And like I said, if anybody to this day who is still Team Jasmine, you know,
Mhm.
I don't know what to do for you. There's no help for you at this point, right? Like how you can go to AA and you can get help. There's no support group for that type of ignorance. I don't know what's wrong with you.
True. So yeah, and so that was good. Yeah, no, I agree. Episode one was great, but we have been burned many times. Like the tell all, the last resort tell all. The first episode was true. Remind me, the first episode was when Rob threw the shoe, right? Or
That
Oh, when
happened, but
Jasmine threw the shoe,
that was like
yeah.
the
that was
first
episode
five
one,
minutes
right?
too. Like the first 5 minutes of it. Like it literally started just like that.
Yeah, but see, that's a problem though, because that tell what's it called? Hunt for Love, tell all. Wait, that was not Hunt for Love. Sorry,
No,
last.
that was last resort.
Mix it up. Yeah, Last Resort Tell All. The first episode was amazing. Like we saw the fighting, we saw the shoe throwing, we saw Jasmine pregnant, we saw Rob and Jasmine arguing, all that shit, violent, and all that. And it was amazing first episode. And we were like, oh my God, this tell all is like flooring us. Like it's from here, it's like smooth sailing. It's gonna be overall, it's gonna be the best tell all we ever.
We always go in with high expectations.
Yeah, and the first episode was amazing, and then literally like shit the bed the next like two or whatever, 2 or 3 episodes that were left, and it shit the bed and was boring. And then so I feel like the same thing is gonna happen where they're using all the good shit in the first episode, then it's gonna shit the bed, and then the next episodes are gonna be boring, and then we're gonna be bored out of our minds, and we're gonna be in.
That's what I told George in his pod. I'm like, George, don't get our hopes up. We had one good tell-all and then it's gonna tank. It's not the first time they've done that and played with our emotions.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you think about it, we have to deal with Brandon and Julia. That's going to be really difficult. And then Darcy and Georgie, that's going to be really bland and dry and vanilla. So they definitely put all their eggs in the very first basket and then they presented that basket to us. And now I don't know what we're going to do for the other 3 episodes because honestly, there's not really much left. I mean, I want to get into the Cara and Guillermo stuff because I just want to see how
Mhm.
this plays out because he's trying to say she was cheating. She's been very adamant saying that she never cheated. So I kind of want to see how that plays out. That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to.
On the previews or whatever for the future episode, didn't they show something where Cara admits, like, well, the only thing she said in the preview was like, yeah, that DJ that I hang out with, like, she was like, yeah, basically, I think she admitted, like, yeah, if I wanted to fuck him, he definitely is interested in fucking me.
Yeah, if I gave him the opportunity, he would take it.
But it's like,
Yeah, but that's what I told y'all. I was like, when you're a female in the music industry, there's always a herd of men that are ready to help you like further your career, help you with studio time, production, whatever you need. If you're a hot woman, there's always a man ready to do that. But at the end of the day, he's not doing it for free. He would love to bang you. Like, and that's unfortunately how the music industry works. We watched this whole Diddy situation. Unfortunately for women, it's a disgusting, scary place. The music industry is not safe for women. So when she said that this DJ, she's like, oh, he just wants to help me with my music. I was like, yeah,
Hmm.
I've heard that before. You just happen to be this really hot woman that he wants to help with his music. I've heard that before.
mhm. I'm trying to remember what was the name of the DJ that she did. I'm not saying it's the same guy that it probably is the same guy, but what was her single that had like DJ something on it? Do we remember?
Oh,
No.
thinking of the criminal song, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was like DJ something, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Where are our super fans?
DJ Husky.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, DJ Husky.
Yeah, that's probably the guy who wants to help her. Let me see
Mhm.
if I can find a picture of him. Let's see what this DJ Husky looks like. Hold on, let me
He
see.
is kind of husky, like he's not like a.
Well, yeah, he's Husky actually. Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
Gina, can you put a picture of him in the Patreon?
Yeah, how did you find it on her
I just
profile? You just
no, I just Googled DJ Husky.
But
And it
there
came
could
up.
be other DJ Huskies, but not in the same area.
No, it says, oh, so you think this isn't the guy?
Yeah. If I see it, I know what he looks like. I could look at. I know what he is or which one he is.
All right, I'm gonna send it to the group chat and you approve or disapprove if this is the dude. He's husky, very husky. So if it is him, I'm gonna say that Carl probably did not sleep with him.
Oh, you texted it? Oh, hold on, my bad.
It's just the Google that so all the pictures will come up when you click on it. Is
Yeah,
that
the guy. It's like the guy with like the glasses, the sunglasses.
yeah, that's him. All
Yeah.
right, can you put him in the Patreon so everyone can see who we're talking
Oh,
about?
Yeah.
and then I guess Gina had post. Was it Gina that? Hold on, let me go back to Patreon chat. Oh yeah, she posted the like photo of no, but like no, but hold on, like what was I gonna say? Gina, like no, but your photo actually confirms your photo doesn't confirm that they weren't there. Your photo actually confirms that they were there, I think.
No,
Where's the
there'd be no
photo?
space to put them.
No, but don't you
Where's the
understand? Like,
photo? I didn't see it.
huh?
Where's the photo? I didn't see it.
Go in the Patreon chat. No, but what I'm saying is the tight crop actually can, in my opinion, again, this is was just my off the top of my head, but like I feel it confirms that they were there because they were on one of the edges. So they're probably on the left edge where it's kind of cropped off and you can't really see. So they like tightened the cropping on the edit. So they were like on the
Mm.
far left edge. There was like a screen, but they cropped it out. That's what I feel.
I don't know. I don't know. That's not what I heard. I heard they weren't invited to the tell-all like over a month before the tell-all. That's what I heard.
But like, I mean, for devil's advocacy, like on the right side, there's one, two, three, four, five, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, right? On the right side. On the left side, I said nine, right? Anyway, on the left side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 9 people on the right and 6 people on the left. So what does that mean? There was a
Because
teleport train for 2 other people. Huh?
when everyone's guest comes out, they were sitting on the left. So Dana and Michelle and so when Natalie, they were all sitting on the left. That's why there were extra spaces on the left.
I don't know. I thought that anyway, either way.
I'll have to go back and watch it and then
Yeah, Gina, we need to get one where they pan out all the way
Yeah.
yeah,
and see on
so
side of Georgie and see if
yeah,
there's anything on side of Georgie at
I
all.
just can't do it right now. It's just because yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't, but here's the deal. If you don't see any panning out where everything is kind of cropped on that side, then I feel that proves that they were edited out in that manner. The screens that they were on got edited, that cut out that way.
I'm gonna look real quick. I'm
Wait,
gonna
hers.
I'm gonna look because I can go on HBO Max and do it.
Mhm.
My computer.
Here's
Yeah.
another picture. It might be a little bit better. I don't know. I'm just doing a Google image search, so this is what's coming up on Google right now.
Oh, and Pineapple Girl says, "Oh, this is in reference to DJ Husky. Oh man, he's hot to me. Laugh out loud, but I love fat guys. LOL."
Wait. Oh, so wait. Okay, so I didn't think about that. She could have a husky guy fetish.
Mhm.
She might be super turned on by that guy. It,
Okay, look at the one that I
Well,
just
that was a photo
posted.
I had reposted. But anyway, that still doesn't that
Yeah.
like crop or whatever.
Well, at least I posted it from the right, not from
oh yeah,
anybody evil.
they are cutting it really close to Georgie on the edge, as
Yeah,
though it might be hiding something.
exactly. They were on that side, I think, and they cropped it so you don't see like the TV screen there.
Well, at least
Yeah,
it was the right blogger. At least it wasn't.
Yeah,
At
at least
least
it
it was
wasn't a shit
yours.
blogger we hate, and it was my post.
Exactly. Exactly. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. I'm like, oh, thank God it's Shabooty's. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
I'm watching it now, and they did do a long pan out, but they cut it right at Georgie's shoulder on that. So that,
See, I'm telling you, my T is valid.
yeah, and then they're sitting in different spots now. So Brandon and Julia are sitting where Georgie is sitting now.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah.
Here's
Where Brandon, that was what my source said as well. Where Brandon and Julia were sitting, the screen was on the next to him.
Yeah, because I'm watching it now, and they're showing like coming up, and they didn't cut it as close on Brandon and Julia than they did on Georgie, because I could see like on side of Brandon, like next to his chair, I did
Yeah.
see that, and there wasn't anything there, but I couldn't see anything like above it.
Mhm. True. Well,
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
this is what happens when you're on the edge of tea, ladies and gentlemen. It's like George and I, we like set the tea standard, and then all the other motherfuckers like just kind of like glom off of our tea and like pretend like they're the ones that
Oh
like
yeah, they wait for us to say it, and then they repeat it.
steal it and they don't credit it, and yeah.
Yeah, and if they got tea, it's because they got it from us.
Mm.
Trust and believe that. There's no one, listen, there's no one that those other bloggers out there would give tea to, because everyone hates them. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. Nobody likes them, because I said that the other day. I was like, you know what? I would rather be hated by people that no one likes than to be hated by people that everyone loves. So I was like, if no one likes you, I don't care if you don't like me, because no one likes you. So I was like, so if anybody knows that there's any tea out there, they know that it came from us, and
Mhm. Yeah.
it's
And there,
being regurgitated.
yeah, and then there's literally like no podcast where like us, because it's like because like George brings his like his own flavor. Let me not use like cliches or whatever. He brings his. Let me just be for real. Like he brings his tea, and then I bring my tea, and like it's not like one of those things where like George has all the tea and I have no tea, or I have all the tea and George has no tea. Like we both have like equal amounts of hot tea, and we both bring it, and it's all from different sources and walks of life. And like there's no podcast where both hosts are like generating a bunch of unique original hot tea that we bring to the table.
Oh no, not at all. None. There's no podcast out there that even has any idea of what's going on or when things are filming or who's where. We were the first ones to break the information that Tiger Lily and Adnan were edited off the show in the middle of the season.
Mhm.
Well, that's because we started going on IMDb and be like, yo, I think she's cut out. And then Tiger Puff told Shabooty otherwise. I'm like, no, 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 no. Nothing in the description say she's going to be on it. So I think she's gone.
Yeah, and then what's funny too is like when we had, and then all of a sudden like Kenny started attacking Tiger Lily, and then I came to the Tiger Lily's defense because I felt like he was bullying her because she's about to be like nixed off the channel, and then like, but the funny part is that during all that happened, all that like back and forth, like no one turned and stopped to question the tea that she was off the show. They were just like going back and forth, but no one ever stopped and said, "Hey, how do you know that she's not there?" Everyone like accepted our tea as valid, so no one ever stopped to question the tea because they knew it was true. So that part of is another testament to our tea.
Well, you're known by your track record. You
Mhm.
know, people will believe things that you say when you have a good track record. And we're the ones that announced Jasmine was pregnant. We're the ones that announced that Aniko was spread eagle on OnlyFans. Like, we're gonna tell you what's going on before everybody else, and everybody knows that our track record is good. Everyone knows that we have never reported anything that was false. So people know that. So no one's gonna question what we say. It. They might not like it, and they might argue back and forth, but they know that it happened. That's they know that. They know that it's true.
No, yeah, and that's why when there's like new cast members on like for example the other way or something, and then I'll DM them. I'm like, hey, you should follow me back. And then I'll be like, hey, I'll be nice. All you gotta do is follow me back. And then when they don't follow me back, and then all of a sudden all bets are off. So it's a very simple, it's a very simple process.
Well,
Did
yeah.
you get any follows from the new cast that's going to be on?
I haven't like double checked, but none that I could recall. But I also haven't like interacted with them either.
Wait, did you follow them yet? I didn't follow them
On
yet.
the new cat, on the you mean B90 or something
Yeah,
before?
90.
I think I followed like the people like the Paul guy followed.
Yeah, I haven't followed them yet. Gina sent them to me, but I haven't followed them yet. Okay, so I'm watching it now and they're showing Jasmine walk off the stage.
Hmm.
And they did a really good job of doing a close up to where I couldn't see what was going on that end.
Hmm.
And so Sean Robinson stood up and she was consoling Jasmine and walking her back on the stage, and they zoomed in to where you could just see Jasmine's shoulder and her titty and Sean. So yeah, there might they it does appear that they're hiding something in that corner,
Yep.
right? Because they could have easily shown her walking off. You know, when people normally walk off, they'll show it to where we could see
Yeah,
that.
they'll show the whole wide shot of
Yeah,
walking
we'll see the cameraman, we'll see the lighting, we'll see everything. But they did a really good job of making sure we couldn't see anything in that particular corner, which there's a lot of close-ups too. This whole
away.
tell-all, there's way more close-ups than I've ever noticed
Hmm.
on on the tell-all taping. So that does make me feel like they're hiding something. Because a lot of times it's a lot more wider panned out shots. So like 75% of the tell-all was close-ups, and that's really weird.
Yeah, I think it's because they had to edit out that TV screen. So, anyways, yeah. So I think the T is valid. That's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I also noticed when I was watching this back, there was a blur on Darcy's right boob, so I guess her nipple fell out while
Yeah.
she was filming. I didn't notice that when I watched it the first time, but there was literally a blur on her right boob on the side. So I was like, why was this lady sitting out here with her whole titty out during the whole taping and nobody said nothing? That's crazy.
True. Yeah, I got to do like a meme where like instead of Darcy's like dress, I like Photoshop in like a giant like milk dud box or something.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, you
Have
gotta do
but have
something.
her tits still out, obviously. But anyway.
Yeah, or that, or put her on a boat and the
Mm.
boat sinking, and then have people like grabbing onto her tits because they're flotation devices. They're like those are their only way to not sink with the boat.
True. So I think we hit most of the bases for our episode one of the tell all. But yeah, overall, good job. Hopefully, there were other episodes are just as good. Hopefully, one saving grace is hopefully like there's. I know they have more footage of in the house, so hopefully there's more like drama in the house will be good. And yeah, the car stuff will be good, but then the rest will probably be mid. But we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully Andre and Jovi will finish their little fight in the
Mhm.
house. That I'm like I said, I don't condone violence, but this was already taped and I can't stop it from happening. So, you know.
True. And I guess happy Veterans Day to our veterans.
Yes,
Yes,
happy
happy
Veterans.
Remembrance Day, Veterans Day.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate you for all the hard work that you've done for our country. We love you all. Living and no longer with us, your work is still just as important.
Gina, like in Canada, is it Remembrance Day where they have that like with that red kind of flower they wear on their outfits?
A poppy. Yes.
That's Remembrance Day?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. We call
Yeah,
our
and they
Veterans Day
celebrate.
and remember.
Yeah, and they celebrate the same day we do, but just a different day.
Yeah, it's like a red poppy.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I know my Canadian 401.
history.
You do. I had to ask a lot of questions earlier, but you already knew.
There's a whole poem about it. It's called In Flanders Field where poppies grow, and then I can't remember the rest because I haven't recited it since I was in elementary school.
Did you see I reposted the video on, it's not 90 day related, but the video, it was on my stories, but it expired. It was the video of like the Nigerian guy that met Drake or whatever. Did you see
Oh
that?
yeah, I saw that. He was like, "Champagne Poppy? Champagne Poppy? Are you Champagne Poppy?" Yeah, I saw that. That video was it made me happy. I was like, "This is hilarious." That's because when people run into a celebrity, that's literally how they react. So yeah, and it reminded me so much of Usman. I was like, "Oh my god, that was so be Usman."
Yeah, and he's like, I guess there's other people there. He's like, oh my God, is this Drake? Is this Drake? Am I talking to Drake? But I actually tag when I reposted on my story, I tagged like Soldier Boy and Michael. So
Oh yeah, Mike. I forgot about him. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, definitely. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I could totally see that. And Usman would be like, "Can we do a song together?" And Drake would be like, "No, we cannot."
No, we cannot. Who are you? Like, is
Absolutely.
your name Chantel from 90 Day? Because ain't if it ain't Chantel, I ain't sliding into your DMs.
true. And then let's get some shout outs to our live listeners, which is Amberlee, Cocoa Puff, DayB, Iggy, Marley, Lana, Nikki, Pineapple Girl, who likes big, thick guys like Husky, and Sherry.
Thank you for listening live, you guys. We love you guys.
True. Well, I'm done as far as what I need to talk about. So
Oh, I don't got nothing going on.
I think we did a solid hour or so.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Unless you want
We're
to
only
talk.
up this late because Shibu it's a holiday tomorrow, so that's why we're up late. That's all.
True.
This is past Shabooty's bedtime. You're right. You're right. Oh, yeah. Nikki's like, are we talking to Lana? I don't know. Are we talking to Lana tonight?
Let's save it for Friday.
All right, we'll talk
I
to
won't
Lana.
be here on Friday.
Well,
Oh
hope.
yeah, Gina's leaving the country.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I'll have strip club reviews. I'm already on it.
True. Thank you. No, well, anyway, we'll catch. Hopefully, Lana won't have. Hopefully, she won't have. Well, for the show, I hope she has a good, salacious Airbnb story. But for your sake, let's hope she doesn't have a salacious Airbnb story that you miss out on. But
Yeah, we'll miss you.
Hey, that's what the playback's for.
true.
True, true, true.
All right, yeah, let's end it
Oh,
so then I can upload this tonight so we're not behind on the HEA tell all episode. So, all right, so I'm gonna do my outro.
All right.
All right.
right.
Thank you everyone for listening tonight. If you have to Fridays on a Monday.
On a Monday.
On
Thank you.
Monday. Thank you. Have a good night.
Peace out,
Everybody.
everybody.